Yeah, with quickly, a couple things on Raw is we see the Hurt Business getting back together. A lot of things that happen on this pay per view and on Raw are going to be in our news because there's a lot of piggybacking off of things that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Now Hurt Business coming back, I almost think, oh, did WWE realize we have nothing for these guys to do? Why did we split them up in the first place? Oops, I got to put them back together.
Yeah, I think he felt like that Bobby Lashley, they wanted, well, I know he felt like we wanted Bobby Lashley to be a standalone champion that didn't have that group with him. So I felt that that was a weird decision. There's been champions that have had groups before. Bret Hart had the Hart Foundation behind him. Hogan had the NWO behind him. I know we're going way back, but I don't understand how being in a faction really hurts you or makes you look like a weaker champion. But that's the decision that Vince came to, that he didn't need all of these guys along with him, and they were going to book him strong enough. But again, we've seen two championships here. Two championship runs ended abruptly. You thought Drew was going to go the full year, and they decided to go with Lashley. And then after Lashley, you're now going with Big E. It didn't build to, like, no pun intended, like big endings that both of these reigns were going to have. I mean, Drew was cashed in on by The Miz, who lost to Lashley and couldn't get his belt back. And then we saw another cash in, this time on Lashley, so by Big E. So it's not very creative where you're seeing these guys both losing their belts in the same way. I don't know how long term they look at the Money in the Bank cash ins. I know how long term they look at the winners because I knew Big E was winning it a while ago before he did. But I don't know how long term they look at these cash ins. With you building up Lashley and Goldberg clearly being for the belt, I would think that was a very, very short-term decision on the basis that AEW had a really good week. And the idea being that, hey, Big E's going to cash in on Lashley after he beats Goldberg in Saudi anyway. Why don't we just do it on Raw and just not have that match be for the title? I think that was the thinking, that it made a very minimal difference.